I'm trying to build a PIM using AI now, and I've had the agent try to help me with that.
I'm sorry, are you building a competitor for us?
Yeah, it's gonna be
Redstone.
So people have been saying for a while now that you don't need PIMs anymore. You can just use AI to make a PIM. And I mean, how hard can it be? I know a little bit about AI and I know a little bit about making PIMs. So I've made one. You want to see? So this is Redstone PIM. I've made authentication security, so you have to log on. And this is the dashboard, so looks quite good. In this PIM, I've uploaded 163 products, so 163 different variants. So this is the dashboard of Redstone PIM. And in this PIM, I've uploaded 163 variants, 15 different products, and 117 assets. And all of these widgets actually work. When I add new products, they update and everything looks really good. And when I go to the next part here with products, I click here, I can see that I have categorization. So I have my iPhones and AirPods and so forth. And I can also search like this. And when I click on a product, I can go into the details here, look at all the variants, look at compatible accessories. And this is of course connected to a backend. So if I want to make changes here, I can do that and it will save. And when I go back, we can see that this is also working, right? So it's not just the front end. I've made an import and export of data. I've made a media library. Looks pretty good. And I made settings. So that means that you can make different attribute types. You can make product categorization. You can make different configurations of the products and even regions and currencies. So that is the first look at Redstone PIM. So what did I learn from this? I mean, some of the key takebacks are that using AI for scraping is and finding products is highly unreliable. The problem is that you're not sure if it gets everything right, and you're not sure what sources it uses. I tried different approaches. I used the agents, I used deep research, and I used different models to try and scrape data. And I found it to be unreliable. It's quite good, but it's not quite there. When it comes to the software itself, it's easy to make things look good, but it's actually hard to make things work. What a shocker. And then when coding using AI, you lose control when it gets more complex. That's my take back. The more complex it gets, the less control you have, and also it's very easy to get stuck in a loop and stuff like that, right? And then the big one is that when you're trying to scale, you run into problems. So the first problem I ran into was that I actually wanted to make a PIM for all the Apple products because Apple have less than 1,000 SKUs, so it's pretty straightforward actually. Fairly quickly it wanted to simplify. So it said, let's focus only on iPhones because that's it's too much to focus on everything else. So I did that because I ran into problems when I tried to model more products that are different. And I also asked it about what about, how many products can we reliably onboard to this system. And I think we hit a limit about around 1,000 around 1,000 products. Then it starts to become sluggish, and it also recommends redoing the whole database. So that's the thing there. And then I mean, there are some good parts about this also. I was blown away by how quickly you can do this and how good it looks and how reasonably well some of these features work. So as a next step from Excel, I mean, if I was a vendor selling 1,000 products, and I wanted to organize the product information, I would definitely use AI to make a simple PIM for that. But if you have enterprise needs, it's a totally different ballgame. And I can't see AI replacing that anytime soon. I mean, if you come with a client with 1 million products in 100 languages, and they have complex structures and thousands of attributes and stuff like that, it's a totally different ballgame. So I don't see AI replacing Bluestone or Redstone replacing Bluestone anytime soon.